Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Ninja Palito, Ninja Saltman, however you prefer. And this is Fighting Monsters. Today, we're going to be looking at how to fight an android. First of all, what is an android? An android is a robot that looks like a human. That's the difference between an android and a different robot. And a cyborg would be that is part robot, part biological. So, this time we're gonna see how to fight an android. All right, number one, go for the senses. All right, since it's based on the human body, it's reasonable to think that it sees through the eyes, through cameras or something, and same as the human sense of balance is near the ears and the head and the back of the head, then it's reasonable to think that the same for the robot. So we're gonna go for eyes and ears. It says here, you can use bullets, fire, and shoot. You can shoot it, try to shoot it in the head, depending on the type of android, whether the bullets penetrate or not, and whether they do big damage or not. You never know. Bullets, fire, because machines don't work well when they overheat. Let's see. And sure, it might be resistant, but you never know. Bright lights, because sometimes the light causes a reflection on the lens, which gets in the way. I don't know if flashing lights very fast will do any damage. I've heard that it's possible, but I don't know. Loud noises. First of all, loud noises can cause some vibrations in the body of the android, and we don't know how it could affect it. Secondly, if it has some sort of sonar to locate its surroundings, then loud noises can help with that. Can mess with that. It says electricity, obvious. Magnets. Try to put magnets on its head. Alright, it says crowbars, baseball bats, swords, knives, hammers, nails. We'll get to that later. Ice water, hot water, any kind of water. Hot water is like when you take a hot shower and then you can't see yourself in the mirror. Same for the eyes of the robot. Let's see. Cold water. Well, that would be regular water, and it's like if you're a person that wears glasses, you know that when the glasses get wet, you need to dry them off to see. Dirt, soap, oil, sauce, salt, vinegar, anything that you can throw at its face and stick, or go through the gaps and maybe cause it to malfunction internally. Alright, vinegar, flour, paint. Paint's a good one. Syrup, towels, blankets. We'll get to that later. Rocks. Rocks is mainly to cause damage. Might not do much, but who knows. Whatever you have, throw it. Or try attack it somehow with it. If you can use it from distance, alright. If not, if you fail, try it close. If it doesn't work, try something else. Alright. Weak spots. Look for wires, frail pieces. For example, I have here somewhat drawing of a robot. Hope you can see it. Some papers fell down. If you can see, here are like some wires, and then here is kind of like a a small piece that might work. Here's a gap. Maybe you can get something stuck in there in the arm, and you never know. I'm gonna get those papers and put them somewhere else. All right, so yeah, that's the first thing. Second, try not to let it get close to you. If it comes at you, its arm will hit like a pipe wrench, or in other words, can fracture bones easily. Try use something to entangle it somehow, but be careful. Now, if you have to block, you'll use both arms parallel, kind of like a boxer, and try not to block with the bone. That will be in case it attacked, you didn't see it coming, you only have time to block, not to dodge. Let's see. Oh yeah, when we see how to take down an android, in this case, this android, this theoretical android, weighs around 500 pounds, or between 500 pounds and 500 kilos, somewhere in between. We're going to use this principle. See? And also this one. In other words, we're going to look for the easiest way to tip it over, to make it fall. And yes, even with a much heavier opponent, it can be done. You just gotta know how. Okay. So, let's see. Use its strength and its weight against it. One of the things we're gonna do. First, what I just showed you with the deodorant, pretending that I'm the android, if the android is, the equivalent of the deodorant would be the android standing like this. I put the deodorant like this, then the android standing like this. If I put it like this, then like this. You get the idea. What we're going to do, these two fingers represent my legs. This is what we're going to do. Let's see how much time we have. It is 8 minutes. All right. So, now I'm going to try do it, and I'm not fully committed to it. Let's see. It'll be something like this. Of course, I'm not fully committed to it. If I were, I would have used both legs, and I would have fallen on the floor much harder. Oh, and I would have thrown myself with much more strength, of course. But I don't want to break anything. Let's see, something else. Is this one that I was using? Yeah. Okay. That is... Let's see. You kick at the chest. Why the chest? Because it's got leverage to push it backwards. And it's not as easy to miss. Let's see. But that would be after you have disabled its senses. Oh, and here's a technique that I've known ever since I was a little kid. I call it the bear push. Your hands must be your arms must be stretched forward. Of course, for safety, it's good to always flex them a little bit. Your legs must be like similar to this position. And what you do is you're going to use your whole body to push. First, the torso, then the knees, and then the ankles. You do it all together. And doing doing that, I've been able to shake trees that are 1 foot in diameter. Let's see. Technique number 1. But first, let's see how much time we have. I have 5 minutes. That's good. Oh, well, 3 minutes. Let's see. Technique number 1. It's using blanket. How do we use it? Alright. So first, you grab it. You're going to try to throw it over the head. Like that. At the same time you throw it, you run around it. Of course, in this case, I'm not fully committed to it. Okay. So it will be something like this. So it covers the face, and at the same time you're running around. Then when you get behind it, your goal is to get behind it. Once you get behind it, you are gonna wrap it around the remaining part. Try wrap it around the neck. Was it like that? Yeah. Then just pull. Pull very strong. Now, if it pulls back, you're gonna quickly let go. How do you do that? I mean, how do you know when it's gonna pull back? It can, first of all, alright, it can pull back 2 ways. One, it's inclined either like this or like this. It's got good leg stance, and it's gonna do this. You know, when you see them in that position, either this position or this position, you know that it's gonna pull you, and you're gonna be very observant. As soon as it starts moving, you let go. Then, instead of pulling your weight, it will fall back. Now let's see how much time we have. Still enough time. Alright. So, the second way it can pull is it grabs it. When it grabs it, you're gonna be very observant. As soon as it starts moving the arm, you let go. Same principle. Let's see. Technique number 2. This one is a little more interesting. It's in this one, go like this. And in fact, I'm gonna keep this video short so I can do more about that technique. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.